everybody, and thanks for joining Stamp with Tracy for today's Well Wednesday. I appreciate everyone's patience while I didn't have internet access last week and was unable to do a Well Wednesday. I thank you and I missed you, but here we are back this Wednesday. And today I wanted to actually bring to your attention the designer tags dies. This is an item that was in the catalog in 22-23 annual catalog, and they have been carried over, but they are available on an online exclusive, so you're not going to find them in a written catalog anywhere. But the item number to order them is 159165. Again, it is an online exclusive, so just enter the item number, and they sell for $32. I wished I would have recognized these sooner. It's sad to say sometimes when they have dies in our catalog that don't actually match a stamp set, they're just standalone dies, they don't get recognized that much. And I actually recognized these right around the time the catalog was retiring. So I wanted to bring those to your attention because they are an online exclusive now. They did not retire from the catalog, and I don't know if they'll be around next year. So I wanted to show them to you. I thought they were absolutely gorgeous tags, and here are the tags. There are 9 pieces to this, and I wanted to show that to you as the dies. Now, this one little piece, I don't have a cutout to show you, but it makes a hole in this larger tag die right here. So if you cut that out and you want to layer it with this, or you just want to add a piece of ribbon or jute or trim or thread, it does have this little one here that will punch a hole for you. So let me show you a better picture that you can see of these dies. So I thought I'd cut them all out with their new boho blue, and that is an absolutely gorgeous in color, and show you the dies. So there's this larger one here, that's a larger tag. Then there's this one here that cuts out this pretty flower image. Now I did it showing you, I actually did it on the tag. So I put the die on the tag. It looks like a little piece of color got stuck here. And then put a piece of white paper behind it. And this is on our fresh freesia. So that's a gorgeous tag to use to add to any card as well. Or you could just cut that out of a larger piece of paper and use it as a card front. Absolutely gorgeous. And then it has a little butterfly, and then it has this little leaf packet bundle, and then you have this die and this die, and you can see that they're cut out, this pretty little design in it, and how nice they layer. So there it is layered. Okay, and then we have this die here, and what I did was trimmed it off because I used it on a mail tag, and I wanted to show you that idea as well. Just cut that top off because to me that looked a little bit feminine, and I just wanted a plain tag. So I could have used this one, but I like the stitching and just wanted to show you another way of using it. So there are 9 pieces. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then another little piece that is the tag cutout that I couldn't really show you. It's the one that punches a hole in this one. So you just lay it on here and run it through your Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. Now I use a little piece of washi tape to hold it into place, but this is the one that I really couldn't show you on this piece of paper because it just cuts out that little tiny circle. But this was a great way to show you the dies, so I wanted to make sure that you saw those and you can appreciate what comes in that packet. Again, it is an online exclusive only. And let me show you another piece that a great, where the saying stamped right on there, celebrating you today. And then the butterfly here on this piece, I had a piece of stamped citrus fruit, which was from practicing some things from last week's, well, the week before last card. And I had a bunch of this stamped. So I just used that scrap paper that I was practicing my stamping on and cut out some butterflies. And I love the way that that turned out. if you can see it, hopefully, where it's kind of variegated with the white, little bit of white through it. Absolutely love that. And then I also assembled one of the sets of the layered tags and added the white leaves to it. So I absolutely do love this designer tag set, and I hope you do too. Another thing I saw online, and this is from Dawn Ochevsky, who is a demonstrator. I think she's she goes by the Glitter Pit, but she wrote down all the sizes, and that's very helpful to use your scrap pieces of paper to know what size it is, or if you want to layer something else onto it to get the size information. So let me show you what we're going to make today using the dies, as well as I'm using the time-worn type embossing folder and the Beside Me stamp set. This is a great stamp set for masculine cards, and it's wonderful for Father's Day. So I will be using this. Now, this Beside Me stamp set is in the annual catalog on page 89, and the item number is 160780 and sells for $26. Absolutely love that. And the time-worn embossing folder you can find on page 169, and that's item number 156505, and it is $11. So let's move on to the card that we're going to assemble today. I have an awesome piece of copper clay that is one of our new in colors, 2325 in colors. I love it. I had said I hoped we were getting some type of a brownish color back in. Cinnamon cider was one of my favorites, and this is going to come in as replacing that so perfectly for me. Love this copper clay. So that is 5.5 by 8.5 as my card base, and scored at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of basic white, and this is the one that I was saying is time worn. And there are a few little letters in there, so there is a proper way to have the up and down, but it's nothing really legible, so it's not that important. So this piece was cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and then embossed with the time-worn type embossing folder with our Stampin' Cut emboss machine. So I am going to add that onto my front. And actually, today being the last day of May, I will probably post the May and June host codes with this video, since it's the very last day of the month. And let me point out at this point, I want to thank everyone who qualified for my class to go. I started that last 2 weeks ago. So every month, probably about mid-month, I will do my Wow Wednesday that will show you the cards that'll qualify for the class to go. And that's a $40 purchase using the current host code will get you 2 cards that you can make 2 of each. And that will be available and sent to you after the end of the month, so that I can do everyone's at the same time. And I include a PDF instructional with that as well. And again, that will be a monthly class to go. And we had the citrus one for May, and I want to thank, I think 4 people qualified for that. Thank you so much. Of course, if your order's over $150, don't use my host code, but you will still qualify. So I want to thank those people that did qualify. So I have this here. Then I stamped on a piece of basic white. This piece was 3 by 2 1/4. And I used the stamp from Beside Me, where the dad is helping the young boy ride a bike, and colored that in with my blends. And then I used a corner rounder to put that on to make those rounded corners. I thought it looked better on the die design tag that I decided to use. So I'm going to add that to that larger designer tag that was the biggest one. And I'm going to use it this way. And then I also have on one of the smaller tags, I cut out and I did a small piece of white for that. And I'm stamping Celebrate You in the copper clay ink. And I will add that to this tag. Now on this one here, I did put a little piece of jute, and this jute came from the new annual catalog, and it has all 5 colors. Here's the copper clay, and you get all 5 colors of this jute trim for just, let me see where I wrote this down, $8, which I think is a heck of a deal. And each one has, I believe, 5 yards each. So that's quite a bit for a very great deal. 5 yards each, 5 different colors. They're the in colors for $23.25. And that would be our copper clay, our boho blue, Moody Mauve, I think it's called, Bubble Bath, and not Bubble Bath, Pebbled Path, and Wild Wheat. So that's the Pebbled Path. This is the copper clay. This is the boho blue. This is the Moody Mauve, and this is the Wild Wheat. Hope you can see those colors in there. I think they're great for masculine cards and for the fall time of year, which we need a lot more masculine stuff in our catalog. So I absolutely love that. So I'm going to add this by just adhering this right here to the card. And then I'm going to use some dimensionals to add my tag. And that's sort of going to overlap a little bit, but that's okay. Using up some of the ends of my dimensionals here. So this one will be just right there. It says Celebrate You. And then this one you could use, I'll have a blank white in here. So the winner, because you know on Wow Wednesdays, I do give away my cards. You just need to comment and like today's Wow Wednesday to have a chance to win the cards I make in the video. So I will put a plain piece of white in there, and then you can use it for anything since it just says Celebrate You today, whether it's a congratulations for something that the man in your life did, or maybe celebrating a birthday. And then there's another card I made as well. And this one, again, using the larger designer tag and the Beside Me. And in this one, I used the stamp that says You've Always Been There for Me. And another stamp that says And You Still Are. And then on the inside, it says Thank You, Dad. Happy Father's Day. So both of these cards will go to the winner of the Wow Wednesday. Again, all you have to do is like and comment for a chance to win. Don't forget, like and comment. Do both to have a chance to win the 2 cards. And here are the cards that were used for the class to go this month. Again, thank you for everyone that qualified. And we'll be showcasing the next class to go in the next week or 2. Thanks again for joining me, everyone. I hope you loved the designer tag dies as well as the Beside Me stamp set and the colors that I chose today. Thanks for joining me, everyone, and happy stamping. Bye-bye.